When was the last time you looked into a mirror and asked yourself a real question? Not about how you look, not about what others see, but about your life. When did you last ask, am I truly living the life I want, or am I living a life that others expect from me? Not the life that makes other people comfortable, not the life that looks acceptable in society, not the life that earns approval, attention, or validation, but the life that feels real to you. The life that connects with who you are on the inside. We live in a world full of noise. Everywhere we turn, there are rules, expectations, and silent pressures telling us who we should be, how we should behave, and what success should look like. From the moment you wake up, you are pulled in many directions. Work needs you, family needs you, responsibilities grow, bills pile up, and society constantly reminds you that you should be more, do more, earn more, or change something about yourself. It is easy to get lost in that cycle. It is easy to forget who you are behind all those layers of expectation. But here's something many people never admit. Every time you choose what others want over what you need, you send a quiet message to yourself that you do not matter. You teach yourself that your dreams can wait, your feelings can wait, your happiness can wait. You push aside your inner voice, the one that tries to guide you toward what feels true. Even though ignoring that voice never brings peace, and the discomfort you feel when something in your life doesn't feel right is not random or meaningless. It is your inner self trying to get your attention. It is your heart reminding you that something needs to change, even if change feels scary. Take a moment and think honestly. How many choices have you made recently because they aligned with your real values and desires? And how many were made out of fear? Fear of disappointing someone, fear of being judged, fear of being misunderstood, fear of stepping away from what feels familiar and predictable. Fear can make you follow a path that isn't yours, even when another path would bring more joy and meaning. But choosing yourself does not mean rejecting others. It does not mean becoming selfish or uncaring. It does not mean ignoring your responsibilities. Choosing yourself simply means you matter too. It means your needs, dreams, and feelings are not at the bottom of your priority list. It means you understand that you cannot give your best to others if you are constantly exhausted, unhappy, or disconnected from your true self. Real love, whether for others or yourself, requires truth, not sacrifice of identity. When you finally begin listening to yourself, something powerful happens. The world around you shifts. You stop attracting experiences and people that drain you, and you start drawing in those who see you, respect you, and value you for who you really are. The universe responds when you honor your truth. Doors open that once seemed locked. Opportunities appear that once seemed impossible. Life begins to feel lighter, even if nothing on the outside changed yet, because you changed on the inside. But before that shift can happen, you must be willing to face the parts of yourself you've avoided, the fears, the doubts, the past wounds, the beliefs that tell you you're not enough. Ignoring them does not make them disappear. Facing them doesn't mean they control you. It means you finally take your power back. This isn't a fast or easy process. It takes patience, honesty, and the willingness to sit with uncomfortable feelings. But with time, something incredible grows from it. Clarity, confidence, peace, the ability to understand what you want and why you want it. Before we fully dive in, I just ask for one small thing. If you can take a second to like or hype the video, it really helps to reach more people who might need these words today. Thank you. So ask yourself again, slowly and honestly, am I living the life I truly want or the one I was told to live? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that discomfort is not a sign to avoid the question. It is a sign to pay attention, because the moment you choose to listen to yourself, the real you, your life begins to change. Not all at once, not dramatically or loudly, but quietly, steadily, and truthfully. And for the first time, you don't just exist, you begin to live. When you begin choosing yourself, something powerful happens. You gain the ability to say no to things that do not feel right for you.
You stop agreeing to situations, relationships, and obligations that drain your energy or pull you away from who you really are. And you do this without guilt, without fear, and without worrying about whether others will judge you. Most importantly, you gain the freedom to finally be your true self, without pretending, without performing, and without shrinking to make others comfortable. You may wonder, where do I even begin? The first step is simple. Listen to yourself. Pay attention to the moments when you feel discomfort, stress, confusion, or strong emotion. Instead of pushing those feelings away or distracting yourself, pause and ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Because the truth is, the answers you keep searching outside, through other people, through advice, through approval, are already inside you. You just need courage to hear them and strength to act on them. Listening to your intuition can be one of the hardest things you ever do. Your intuition may guide you toward change, and change can feel threatening, especially when it challenges what you've already built. Maybe you're holding on to a relationship that no longer feels healthy. Maybe you're stuck in a job that exhausts you but feels too risky to leave. Maybe you've been chasing a goal or a dream that never truly belonged to you in the first place. Ignoring these signals doesn't make life easier. It only creates more stress, confusion, and exhaustion over time. True strength is not pretending everything is fine. It's facing what isn't. Choosing yourself often requires letting go, and letting go can feel painful, even when you know it's necessary. We hold on to what's familiar because the unknown feels frightening. We tell ourselves, it's better to stay where I am, even if it doesn't feel right. But change isn't just loss. Change is also a doorway, an opening into a more honest and meaningful version of your life. So ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer helps me grow? Which beliefs, habits, or relationships am I maintaining only because I'm afraid of what will happen if I release them? The truth is, choosing to let go can feel like losing something, but the real loss happens when you sacrifice your inner peace just to hold on to something that isn't meant for you anymore. The decision will always be yours, and maybe the most important question you can ask right now is, am I finally ready to choose myself? Choosing yourself is not selfish. It is an act of deep love and respect for your well-being. For a long time, many of us were taught that putting ourselves first is wrong, that giving everything away, even your energy, your time, and your peace, is something to be proud of. But the truth is, constantly giving at the expense of yourself eventually leads to exhaustion, resentment, and loss of identity. You cannot serve others from an empty space. You cannot build healthy relationships while abandoning yourself. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary, because when you are whole, when you are grounded, when you are aligned with your truth, the love and energy you give to others are real. They come from fullness, not from depletion. So learn to choose yourself, not just once, but again and again. Not only when life becomes overwhelming, but also in the small choices, how you speak to yourself, how you set boundaries, how you protect your peace, how you show up each day. This is why it's important to reflect on your relationships and your environment. Ask yourself, which relationships lift me up, support me, and bring peace? Which ones leave me drained, stressed, or disconnected from myself? This reflection matters because relationships are not just social connections, they are mirrors. The people you keep close often reflect your beliefs, your self-worth, and the emotional patterns you carry. If someone constantly crosses your boundaries, it doesn't always mean they're harmful. It may mean that a part of you hasn't yet learned how to stand firm and protect your emotional space. Setting boundaries is not rude, it is not cold, it is not unkind. It is an act of self-love and self-respect. Your inner voice, your body, your emotions, they all try to communicate with you. When you feel drained around someone, when you feel uneasy, when you feel disrespected or dismissed, those feelings are signals. They are warning lights. Ignoring them will always cost you something, and the price is usually your peace. So allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to change, allow yourself to release what no longer supports your well-being, and most of all, allow yourself to choose you, fully, boldly, and without apology. Choosing yourself means learning how to set boundaries, not as thick walls that shut people out, but as intentional limits that protect your energy and guide others on how to treat you. Boundaries are a sign of self-respect. They are not punishments, and they are not weapons. They are bridges that allow healthier communication, healthier connection, and healthier relationships. When you say no to what harms you, drains you, disrespects you, or feels out of alignment, you are not only refusing something negative, you are also saying yes to peace, yes to clarity, yes to your dreams, yes to what you truly deserve. This doesn't mean ending every relationship or walking away from everyone in your life. It simply means paying attention. It means being honest with yourself